a few seconds ago. We're back, chat. We're back. France ended up winning, but that was a very competitive game. Spain was keeping up. I was talking about how, like, Spain needs to do a bit better with ultimate usage, and also, like, their backline kept, like, blowing up. Their backline kept blowing up. A little, like, their backline was... specifically, like, Kanile and stuff. Kanile would end up dying, like, first a lot of the time in those fights, and that didn't happen in France's backline. France's backline was a lot more solid. They were more survivable. They stayed alive for longer. I think that Spain needs to figure out something for their backline, figure out a way to keep them alive better, because France has been doing a number on their backline. I was also talking about how I want to see Poco. I want to see Poco in this next game, or the game after it, whichever. I want to see Poco. I want to see him, chat. I like Poco. I want to see him. Yeah, we've had to restart the stream a lot today, chat, and I'm sorry about that, but it is what it is. Luckily on the VOD, we're going to be able to have you know, a bit more solidified. Here we go, chat. On to the next match. Can Spain come back? I think they got a chance.
Hello everyone, welcome back. We are on map 2 of today's possibly most anticipated match, with Spain, the dark horse of Group A, going up against France, the kingpins of this group. So, with France taking Ilios in a 2-0 fashion, we are looking at Spain's map pick.
Yeah, I mean, remember,
yeah, Spain,
like,
Spain
after,
gets map pick.
like, when we casted France
Blizzard World
day 1, and we had the interview with Get Amazed, and he came
in
and said, yeah, I think France is a dark horse.
I really
like,
think...
I think Get Amazed and I need to have a conversation about what a dark horse is, because a team that just comes through and dominates everybody else, that's not a dark horse, that's a favorite. And, like, Spain. I
really think that that's an interesting choice, because I think that France's comps are going to be better here. I think that France with their dive comp is going to be better here, but you know, Spain, obviously they have something cooking. Obviously they have something cooking.
You know, again, like, we were looking at the standings during the break there. For Group B, it's pretty much locked up, right? Saudi Arabia and Finland are pretty much guaranteed to go. In Group A, it's anything but. I mean, you know, Belgium,
yeah, Group A's looking a
kind
lot more competitive
now. France pretty much secured, but as far as who 2 and 3 are going to be, Great Britain, Spain, Denmark, Italy's not quite out of the conversation yet. If Spain wants to have a little bit more safety, a little bit more say in the matter, they have to do what no one else has been able to do thus far, and that's beat France. And now they have to reverse sweep France just to do that.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough one for Spain, to say the least. But now headed onto Blizzard World, you can kind of have these really long-range compositions, potentially some
I've hated how much I've had to restart stream, by the way, chat. I'm really sorry about this. It's not my fault. It's my internet. I feel so bad. I feel so bad about it.
Matched by France, and it felt like they were always being outpaced when they were playing the mirror compositions.
Well, on the side of France, we have seen one of the most handsome tanks in the game being subbed out for one of the most handsome tanks in the game. Ben
Poco! Chat, Poco! Poco's here. I love Poco.
That is bringing France this far. Maybe no one else has just, you know, got the whole, like,
Poco on the D.Va is a fucking menace. Poco on D.Va versus Helv on D.Va?
Spain, like
or Helv on Monkey?
I mean, oh, sorry.
I'm voting for Poco here. Poco's fucking insane on D.Va.
How many times do you have to say never trust the attacker spawns? They're not going for the Lifeweaver pedal platform or a Widow shot here. They're going for a Sombra Tracer dive. Lauren has been
makes sense. Spain's good on
this
comp.
Just did the Spider-Man meme really quick there to each other.
Counter-hacked?
Nico, that might actually be punished. The translocator comes through. Nico's alive, but
almost
getting forced out that early means, again, Lauren should be able to outpace Nico in ult charge.
Yeah, a lot of free space taken by Spain up to the point Poco kind of having to play around the objective.
Lord,
and
Gala.
Nico getting a lot of pressure placed down by Hira in the back line using the blinks and the pulse pistols. And now going to back off and regroup with Helv. Looking for Nico once again. Lots of damage getting down, but able to escape. However, Translocator now out. Nico
stuff from Hira.
down Hira in this back line. There's
and a little bit of danger though. Helv's doing a good job appealing.
It seems like they should be able to find this objective basically for free with the amount of pressure that
nice,
Hira
they have point
absorbing.
control now.
Yeah, it's because
good job from Spain.
Translocator, Nico's on
ooh, big hack. Ooh, big anti.
The whole team has to come back to try and keep him alive. They do, but they've given up positioning. Not enough to give up a tick.
It's worth it. It's worth it.
Come back, but Spain, they've got their foot
it's
in
really
the door,
important to keep Helv up. Very, very important.
Evo is trying very hard to get that same amount of pressure that Hira is, but it simply isn't the same.
Big
here.
EMP.
And the EMP from
gets
Nico
nobody though.
To come through onto Helv,
big nano.
Extra damage
there's
from
so
France,
many ults. There's so many ults coming out, but it's just not getting enough value here.
EMP charge, but Lauren now having their own PMP.
Big rally. Rally. That might be the winning thing.
Onto Spain's squad, lots of ultimates being expended in attempt to get
the back line of France was forced out, which I think is going to be the winning thing for them because they're going to be able to get Poco, and I think everybody's going to be able to fall afterwards. Them losing Gala's pretty bad, but at least they still have their tank. Primal coming out. Other people can peel for Kanile. It's not the worst thing in the world.
And Nico could potentially be taken down if not careful as well.
Kanile getting good ult charge from Helv as well.
That is so scrappy. It's going to be 2 ticks for Spain, but France still have time to go in for
big anti on Poco.
Poco's got the self-destruct to try and stall it out. Is going to invest it here. Spain going to vacate the point.
Big stuff from Poco.
Right back in. Avo likely going to have to be
the monkey pick's been looking a lot more solid here whenever compared to the D.Va pick. Poco's a really good D.Va, but I honestly think that Monkey's just better than D.Va here. Spain, after a really long and expensive fight, is forced out. But they do only have 1 tick to go. So they just need to find one decisive fight here, and they're good. Or if France does not have a lot of time to give as well, so.
Okay, and Evo, such a good pulse.
Oh my god, Evo brutalized their ass.
From this new DPS that France has introduced in this game.
And it's
that was fucking crazy.
It's the Bionade that comes out from reviews, and Avo just going in to clean it up, and then with the Pulse Bomb, even though it finds just a bunch of shield for Gala, still able to find the kill. Gala actually going to swap over onto the Kiriko. Interesting choice here. Okay, alright, dealing with that Tracer is definitely one way to keep your backline safe. The EMP to engage might be another.
Hack onto Poco as well, forcing them to use the thrusters to try and get off the objective. This should be a cap. Oh, a contest at the last second from Poco, but still so much damage being done. And there's the EMP as well. Now out of the mech, Poco goes down.
Okay, Spain gets the cap.
God is soon to follow, and Lauren looking for a hack onto the rest of the DPS and support.
Oh my god! Reviews, holy shit! Reviews got melted by Lauren. Lauren.
And that's like all
Big
worst
stuff
case
from
scenario
Lauren.
for France. I mean, yeah, they held on to the ultimates that they had. They didn't invest
Spain's
anything.
been
I mean, they
looking
don't
real
really
good
have
here.
much of
France has
anything,
been
didn't really
doing a
have
good
any
job
spend.
at staying
But because they all
alive and, you
die
know,
so late after the cap
healing
comes through and the
and
stagger kills onto reviews,
staying around
like
on the
everything
defense,
else that
but
transpired,
they just
like,
aren't
the
able to
card's
get
gonna
those
a lot more
decisive
progress than
wins,
it
it
would have
looks
if France had
like,
taken a
most of,
reset
like,
here.
a lot of the
Spain,
time.
they're already
Like, or
trying
at least
to
they aren't
control
able
the
to
high ground
secure
so
the
they can keep
decisive
snowballs
wins
going,
quickly
get more
and
progress.
all of that.
France have to try and find something.
I think
The
it comes
jump
down to
health
the
goes a
pick
little bit
between the
short.
Monkey and the Diva. Not to say
Nico
that
with a
Poco's
big hack
Diva is
onto
bad or
Hell
anything. I
gets a
just
lot
think
of
that
damage, but the
Monkey was
primal
working a
rage
bit better there.
immediately
It might be a
gives
bit
that
of a different
1,000
story on
health pool,
the
and
second
FD
point,
God gets
though.
brought so low by Hira
Unfortunate
and
for
finishes
FD
off
God.
this time around. The hack also
Poco
coming
has,
through. Self-destruct in close quarters.
has
Good
self-destruct
death
just in
for the
case.
Spanish squad, but instead they're able to retreat and disengage, regroup back on the payload, push it forward towards that objective. Still have Avo in the back line trying to harass Canela and
Damn.
Gala, but on the
Almost
other
got
hand,
Lauren.
Poco
Lauren was at
is
half health.
looking to just contest help in a 1v1 situation, both of these tanks.
I mean, I'm looking at Nico with the EMP now, lurking on the high ground, likely going to try and cut
Nico's
Spain's
gonna wait
next
until they
attack
commit,
short
and then
here,
I
but,
think
mean,
gonna
Spain,
EMP.
they're at that
That's at
point
least
now
what
where the
it's
spawn
looking like.
advantage
If
is
not,
heavily
just
favored
going
France.
straight
They
for
have
the
to be near perfect here.
straight for the
Almost
back line.
feels like good old 2 CP assault.
Force Nico out real quick. That's big
if
for
Nico hits this big, I mean,
Spain.
yeah, it's going to be a dead push for Spain.
Yeah, the EMP is just a game-winning
They get the
ultimate
teammate on the
here
Poco.
for
Big
France.
nano.
The hero pulse bomb though onto reviews.
Yeah,
They're
hero
missing
pulse bomb
so
is
much
crazy.
sustain now, and the stick also comes through from Avo, but it's onto the tank instead, and that just gets healed right away. Even
This
though
is
there
rough.
was
Poco's
that
almost
nano
out. A
bomb
mech.
or nano boost from Canale onto health.
Oh my
It didn't
god,
do
how the
much
fuck do these
except push them
tanks
back.
survive
Now
in these
Lauren's
situations?
OEMP
Poco's
is
out.
going to take
Spain
so
caps
much
this.
value for this
But
squad,
hey,
so
I
much
mean,
extra
France
damage,
is getting
and
so much
Poco
time off of them,
immediately taken
and
down when they're
Spain
out
is
of
only
the
going to
mech.
have
Now, the
2 minutes to
spawn
take
advantage
this.
no longer gonna be
Even
there.
less
I'm
than
not
that,
sure if
like
they
a
get
little bit
forced
less
back.
than
Pretty
that,
sure
because it
they're
takes a
kind of
second for that
stuck in
cart
there
to
for a
get
second
going, but
unless they
still.
regroup around the inside.
I mean, again, that's the worst case scenario for France.
France has been
Poco
doing
gets
really
forced out
good
of the
here.
mech, has to try and use the self-destruct,
Both teams doing
doesn't
really
find
good.
anything with it, ends up falling. I mean, the pulse bomb onto reviews. Spain take this. They have a time bank too. They can keep pushing this. The full cap is looking like a possibility here. Once they build up this Kitsune rush and they build up this primal, they can try and force it home. And they have a window because France have nothing right now.
Yeah, the Kitsune Rush
Poco's
is so
fucking
effective
nuts at the game.
boosting
Poco?
DPS as well.
Poco
which is
almost
something that
got
the Rally just
shredded
doesn't
there.
have.
I don't know how he
Poco also
lived.
getting very, very
But he knew when he had
low
to get
up on
out.
that high ground as well.
He
And
gave
Gala
supports a
having
lot of
little
ult
bit
charge as
activity
well.
on the
That's big for them.
Kiriko. Now the Kitsune
Spain going in with rush.
forcing the objective forward, so much
Gets Nano
damage
out.
onto the tank,
FD God
and
needs to
now
keep both
looking
of the
for
supports
the
alive.
back line.
FD God's so
Almost
close to.
finding them, but Hira is
Oh.
the one to finish
FD God
off
was
with
so
the
close to
pulse
rally.
bomb.
If
Now
FD God got
only
rally.
Review is going to be the one that has to keep this team sustained. 60 seconds
Okay,
left
but
over,
France still wins
just
this.
a minute to full capture, and now they have a sleep
Holy
onto
shit,
Nico.
crazy
Nico
shit.
goes down without
Poco-
the EMP
Poco's gotta
charges
stay
as
up.
well. Lauren is going to be
Poco's
able
gonna
to
live.
outpace
But in
using
turn,
his,
a lot of space
using
is
the
lost.
machine gun,
And
now
Health has that
it's a
nano.
boost onto Health.
FD God has
Prime
has
in the
rally
back
though,
pocket.
so
EMP charge. Nico should
if
be
Health
able
wants to
get
commit on
his
that
own
back line, FD God
EMP
can keep him
charge
alive.
as well, but the self-destruct finds nothing. They force it out, and now the remake
Lauren
is
strikes
there for
first.
Poco,
Oh,
but both
FD
of
God
the
uses
EMPs
rally,
come
but it
through.
doesn't
Health,
fucking matter.
however,
The
and
EMP
Hira
kills
are
both of the
versus strike, and
supports.
they're able to find one.
Looks
Health
like Spain's
takes
gonna be
out
able to
the
get all
primal rage
3
in
points
response
here.
to a stick with the pulse bomb, and Poco just immediately shredded after.
But they're only
being
gonna
out of
have,
the mech, and D-Mech. Canale finishes
13
off
seconds,
Avo,
so only gonna
and
have
now
13
Reviews
seconds on the
wants
board. That
to go for
gives
the touch,
France
but
a lot to work
cannot.
with still.
It is a full cap for Spain on Blizzard
Gives him a
World.
lot to work
The
with.
sleep dart onto Nico stalled it out just long enough to where
It's
he
not
was
over
a
yet.
couple percent
Don't think it's over
behind
yet.
in EMP charge
'Cause it's not.
Lauren has the EMP, strikes first, and the follow through is there. Even though Nico strikes second, and you would think that, you know, snuffing out all the abilities that the other team's using and being the second one to strike with the EMP would be massive, but when the damage is already done, it's just too little too late. It's that little margin right there that goes back to, again, that sleep dart. One single sleep dart from Kanile onto Nico, and Spain are still in this, and they finish with time, so they're guaranteed extra innings.
Here we
Great
go.
play from Spain towards the end there. No notes, phenomenal stuff.
Spain's
This is
still
why
in it,
this
chat.
team is vying for one of the top spots in Group A still. And even in
This
match,
game's so
are
winnable for
still in
both
it.
teams.
And I'm
So
not sure
winnable
if
for
round
both
differential
teams.
is going to factor in at the end of the day to these tiebreakers, but Spain is just making this so incredibly close that if it does come down to the round differential, I feel like they should be able to make it and cinch that spot into playoffs.
Yeah,
France
true.
right now, ironically, they are probably in Spain without the S,
Yeah.
with how that last round went for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Listen, it wasn't
And they're gonna
terrible
have to
for
try and take
France.
some
I
of
mean,
that
they did
Spain without
good.
the S, off,
It wasn't
try to
the worst in the
alleviate it just
world.
a little bit here. They're gonna go for that pedal platform Widow play. Let's see if Avo finds much of anything. Trying to spy check a little bit. Here we go. And nothing. All right. Well, good try. It was a good attempt. It never gets old seeing the attempts that just don't ever bear any fruit. But I mean, it's still very much so enjoyable. Both teams going back to what.
Yeah,
has
you don't
brought them
really
so
lose much
success.
time or
Again,
anything on
Gala
that, so
on
you
the
might as well
key
go
to
for
is
it.
a little bit different from FD God being on the brig there. So that's going to be a difference to pay attention to as Gala under some
Oh
pressure.
my god, the pick on the
Nico goes
Nico!
down really quickly,
Excuse
but
me.
Nico pick is actually something that I like since Reviews has been landing a lot of really crucial sleeps and biotic nades for the anti-health, so being able to cleanse that all away should net Spain a little bit of that extra survivability, even though Brig would be able
Yeah,
to kill
that is
better
true.
for Nail.
Big brain play coming from
Yeah, I mean, the
Spain.
brig would be a little bit better, but you know what else is great? Just a kunai to the dome to shut down a Tracer. I mean, that's the threat that Gala has, and with how aggressively Gala's been playing is definitely a possibility. That's a great sleep. You call that out, by the way, the sleeps from Reviews onto Lauren, and then the nade,
sleeps
and
from
then the follow-up.
Reviews have been
That's huge. France has a
fucking
way in now. They don't have to worry
insane.
about their backline or their tank being
So
hacked on the way
unbelievably
in.
brutal.
Yeah, they still do have a lot of sustain from
Antiana
Spain in
Poco's
the
big,
form
but,
of Gala
you know, he has
and
that
Canale,
defense
but
matrix
they're
and everything.
looking for
He
Canale.
just
They're
isn't gonna
fishing
go down.
for it. Nico has
He
the
just
hack
isn't
on
gonna go
Canale,
down.
gets a lot of damage down, but immediately gets healed up after. Still, the contention is very, very high. Now with a nano onto the Brigitte to try and take down the backline.
Okay.
With a few well-placed shield bashes, they're able to get one
Not
tick
a bad
before the
nano.
contention
Not a bad
comes back
nano.
in,
Look at how
but
much
Spain
space that
is
afforded
still
them.
traveling, and
Pulse
there's that
bomb on
pulse
Reviews,
bomb onto
though, that's
Reviews,
brutal.
now without the backline, Foods is
France
the one
loses it
that has
'cause
to
of
be
that
their main
pulse
burst
bomb.
healer, and they're looking to harass FD God out of it.
And we go back to that sleep kill onto Lauren earlier. Despite that, he is still beating Nico in that EMP charge. That's the crucial thing in these Sombra mirrors. Like, this is very, like, this is kind of like the mirror,
Avo
the
deaded.
mirror meta that we saw during midseason madness with teams like Houston Outlaws and Atlanta Reign playing. It's who ends
France
up
has
getting the
a
better
tick, so
EMPs
if they
and
get one
more
decisive
EMPs
win
that
here,
dictate the
they
pace.
have
And
the
right
point,
now,
basically.
That's Lauren getting the better
There's
of
no
Nico.
chance of retouch.
Again,
If they get
Lauren
one
strikes
really
first,
decisive
just like we
win.
saw at the tail end of the attack there, this could just be another
Okay,
like,
forced
minute
out,
let off the clock for
recall
France,
from
and
Avo.
suddenly
That's
their
pretty
backs are
big.
up against the wall.
Yeah,
That's some
Lauren is
value
really
right there.
fishing for the backline once again. Poco up on the high ground, now having to self-destruct. 3 ultimates in France's bank. Spain has
Oh
4,
my
though,
God.
And also the EMP. The
They
Kitsune
forced that
Rush goes
so much
out,
from
but
Gala.
it's
They
just
caught
before
Gala out of
Gala
position
goes down. Now
so
it's
much.
to Canale to keep this team up. Now with the nano
Health can
boost
die.
coming out onto Health. Health takes out the Primal Rage. The
Oh
hack is
my
there, the
God.
anti is there, and Gala isn't, so they can't cleanse it away. Health has
Spain
to
ha-
disengage, but
Spain
goes
lost
right back
so
in as
much in that
soon
fight.
as those healers
France
are
should
back
be able
in
to
the
win
fight.
this.
Still an EMP.
It's gonna be
for
hard,
Nico,
though.
Lauren already used theirs and not much follow-up. Okay, Canale falling to a pulse bomb, and it should be a capture for France. There's still that
Yeah,
contention from
France
Hell,
gets it.
but it is just not
France
much
gets it.
that
There's
can
no-
right here.
if
The contention
yeah, I was about to
from
say, if
the
Spain
Fury
won that,
shredded immediately.
they were
Halo
throwing.
comes out.
Like,
I
Spain
called
only
out
wins
the
that if France
EMP charge
throws.
for Lauren, but it came too little too late. Once you lose
Yeah.
Gala like that, who just got completely bursted down there by Poco, like, you don't really have a good opportunity to use that EMP. Nico, though, has a phenomenal opportunity to use an EMP here because there's not going to be a responding one from Spain, nor will there
Yeah,
be
true.
anything to sustain them. So this
True.
could be huge. France can definitely get the momentum going in their favor if Nico strikes blood with this.
Nico can get so
But
much
once
value
again,
out of this.
fishing for the back line, kind of
Nico's
dancing around.
waiting
Oh,
for
it's
value, though.
Oh,
Nico's-
okay. Avo made a mistake by trying to challenge Gala there, and now missing that DPS. Go ahead.
Nico was waiting for
Health
the team to
try
be able
and get so
to
much
follow
damage
up and
down
everything.
on Post.
Holy
Stick onto
shit.
Reviews.
Big
That is
stick.
huge from
Okay,
Hira.
well, there that
Hira is
goes.
so good with the pulse bomb so far, and that is just not
Hira has
coming
been
to
amazing
a
with the pulse
stop.
bombs.
There's no signs of slowing down.
France
for this
gave
Tracer
Spain
on
too much
Spain.
time
Still
to do
trying
shit,
look for a little
basically.
bit something extra
And they
on
had
FD God,
they
but
had
have
that
back
first
off.
pick there,
I mean,
but
like
they
I
ended
said,
up
Gala
losing it
is like
anyway. way.
the guy I'm looking at for Spain right now. He's the difference
Reviews,
maker. Kira has also
no.
been
Okay,
phenomenal and
FD God
continues to be. The pulse
coming in
bomb
with
was
the
massive.
peel.
Nearly finds the
Big
one
stuff.
clip, not for the peel there onto Reviews. And suddenly the window for Nico to use this EMP is closing. Lauren is up to 86%. The hack comes through onto Nico.
Ooh.
Lauren's going to match the EMP now. That window completely gone thanks to Gala and Hira.
Yeah, that was just amazing.
It's crazy how
from
much these
Spain.
Sombras
and
build
now
it,
here's
though.
the EMP, though. Nico
Big
does find
EMP.
Gala and Hira. Lauren has this EMP now in the back
Ooh,
pocket, but there's
Lauren.
not a good opportunity. Once again, they don't have the follow-up, especially now with Held down, and it gives them free reign to push this payload just a little bit further. Still a minute and a half to get that capture onto the second checkpoint.
But that fight was very far
Poco
forward.
trying to spy
Lauren still
check
has
a little
the
bit.
EMP. Held's gonna have the primal rage, and Spain has the spawn advantage and the high ground now. France didn't push far up enough. Now, yeah, Spain, they have the high ground. They can contest this. They can bleed even more time out here. It's gonna be under a minute.
Lauren's down. That's a really big pick for
Yeah,
France.
Lauren going down now without the EMP, has to wait for the regroup from Spain, and it is looking very, very dicey for France thus far. They still have these 3 ultimates available.
Big hack on the
No
Gala.
EMP,
Oh
though.
my
Nico,
god.
so
This
huge.
Avo
Gala.
Nico
Now without Gala and Kitsune Rush coming
duo
up
has
for
been
Spain, it's
fucking
going to be a
crazy.
lot
They've been
harder to
following
hold
up on
to
one
this.
another
50 seconds
so
left over
much.
there, bleeding time away.
That is
40
unbelievable.
seconds left, and now all 5 members of Spain up with the primal rage.
Still
being
winnable
offered
for
Held to try
Spain.
and force these players away from the objective. Look at the flank from France, though.
They have to
Nico
touch, though.
and Avo both
Big
in the
EMP.
back line. Lauren is going to punish
Nano in
them
response.
for being grouped
Pretty
up.
good.
The bubble does come down, and Hira is able to take down Poco outside of the mech. There is no tank
Getting
now
that
for
Poco.
France in this
Oh
fight,
my
and
God.
they're being punished so heavily. The Kitsune Rush also came
France
out
is gonna have a
earlier,
rough time
and
getting
even
back to
though
point.
They had that nano boost and the self-destruct to try and
Avo
zone
really
off
needs to get
some
out or
space,
die.
it just didn't work out in their favor.
There you go.
France, they lost everything in that fight, and they have 10 seconds left to try and recapture and touch this point. Helv isn't going to allow it
Reviews
to
is
happen.
going
With this
Lucia to
dive onto
touch.
the Eva, Poco can't get a word in
has
edgewise.
to touch.
Spain is looking like they might be able to win this one out, and there is the touch there from Nico and Poco. Now onto the objective.
They got
Has
rally.
to go and boost
That's
her away.
big.
There's a rally as well as Reviews
Nico has the
switching
EMP.
onto the Lucio, but this is going to be tough. Nico with the EMP onto 3. Reviews is finished us off.
They knew they could
Lauren
win it
gets
with the
very
EMP, so
low,
they got
but
him in
is able
quick.
to escape with some help
They
left
get the
over.
fucking
It is
dub,
all for
chat.
naught, though. Nico with
Oh
the huge
my
EMP
God, that was
here to
crazy.
just finish off this fight and allow
Yeah,
them for the
they knew they
capture.
could go to
That was
Lucio
on the
and
razor's
get in there
edge
quickly
Nico with the EMP
and
had to
sacrifice
be the one
those
to
burst
touch,
heals from the
and if
Ana
not
because
for
they were going to have the
FD God's
rally.
France
They were
would
going to
not
have so much
lived
sustain
long
with that
enough for them to come
rally
back
and
in
the
and use
Lucio
it, but because
heals
of
and
that
the Brig
rally,
heals,
because they stay
and they were
alive,
going to
Nico
have
can pull the
that
trigger,
EMP
finally
and they were
push
going to be able to
that
follow up
card
on the
home, but they
EMP. So
have to cap,
all the,
and
they
they're
needed to make sure that they were just set up to
looking at it
follow up
being
on that
under a minute,
EMP
13
and then they would
seconds
win the
on the clock for
fight.
Spain.
And
Can
hey,
France
that's what they ended up
finish at
doing.
all?
So,
Can they finish
you know.
with time? They might burn down
Good stuff from
Helv here,
France.
and that's a great start.
Ooh, the nano boost onto Helv, though, gives a lot of that extra health, and also just the damage reduction onto the Winston allows them to push them off the objective. Make sure that they can't go any further than they already have. Avo still has this pulse bomb in the back pocket, and so does Hira, and FD God goes down. That is insane, and now they have
Holy
free
shit.
reign over their backline. Nico falls to Canale after
France is
trying
back
to get
down
an
to
unsuccessful
one
hack
fucking
over
fight.
here on Spain's supports, and even though Helv
it's
gets
winnable though.
anti, there
They're gonna
isn't
have
enough
Nano
follow-up
soon.
with one of
They're
their
gonna have
DPS is
self-destruct.
missing, as
They
well
have
as FD
Pulse
God.
already.
So now this is just such a dire
Gala's
situation
got
for France.
Spain's
Gala
banking
is spotting
on
out,
this
marking that Tracer, has the
on this
Kitsune
rush.
in the back pocket as well, just spamming down, realizing that he's
Gala's
going
almost
to
dead.
get hacked,
Holy shit.
and is just trying to escape with the Suzu.
Gala's
Suzu
trying
now
to stay
out of
here
the
though
picture,
because
but
Gala
still
wants
the
to
Kitsune
stay
rush.
set
Gala's
up
still
for the
alive.
rush.
So much protection here from Spain's squad as well, making sure that this Kiriko stays up for this final fight with the Kitsune Rush and has to switch step away, but there's the Kitsune Rush.
Big
to
EMP,
come out alongside
big Nano.
The EMP. Hira's trying to stay alive and gets reviewed
France
down
is
without
coming out on
the
top.
without
Avo.
the backline from both of these scenes. It's a battle of attrition.
Oh my
and they have
God.
that rally there. The Kiriko
These picks-
also falls for Spain, and
these
France
picks are
is able to
crazy.
push even just a little bit further. It is 3 players down.
France
and they
did
have to
end
go
up
for the touch
losing their
once again.
main
Lauren
heals,
and
but
Hira both
France is gonna have that
online.
EMP
They're
again.
looking
It's
for
the same
regroup
situation
with
last time,
Lauren on
except
the
they don't
flank. Nico
have
is also
the
fishing
they don't
for
have the
something
rally
big with
anymore.
The EMP here. France could potentially pull a cap, but they are doing it with no time
Big
left
kill.
over.
Big
Helv
kill on the
immediately
Helv.
taken down
Essential
because of
kill.
that EMP now with only the support line here on the objective. It's going to be a tough ask for them to cap, but Lauren is looking around, dancing around the objective. Not for long though. Gala switching onto the Zenyatta, trying to get this extra
Gala with the
damage.
nano. Wait a second.
Oh my
Pop
God,
it off.
Gala's going huge. Help comes in at just the right time. Spain.
Gala, holy shit.
Off a huge play from Gala. And
That was
the support line,
insane.
that was insane.
What the fuck?
Okay, I thought for sure Nico coming
What
with
the
EMP
fuck? Okay,
was
hey,
going to be what
it's not. We're going to map 3. We're going to a map 3. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, this is the competitive game that I was anticipating and hoping for. And I'm so excited that it is going the way that I thought it was going to go. Because this is fucking awesome. We're going on to another map. We're going on to another map, chat.
The dark horse is dark horsing. They're just galloping through the ranks of France, and there is just nothing more that can be said about that match except Spain. They are so good at the midnight hour in those really clutch moments. They always come through big, and I mean that support line from Spain. How can we not say Gala's name after what just happened? Yes, there was a nano there. Yes, there was a lot of support, and help came back right on time, but Gala, what in the world
That was insane.
That's the time. Well, when you get the nano, yeah, you know, there was some support, there was the nano, but when you get that nano in that situation, you gotta hit those shots, and Gala hit those shots, and
yeah,
I mean,
Gala popped off. Holy shit!
It's just the clutch factor. It's the fact that Gala
that was insane.
Has the ability to be that clutch, to hit those shots.
That was fucking insane. That was an amazing game to watch.
Here
we go, chat. Last one. Last map. Whoever wins this decides it, and it's gonna be push. It's gonna be push.
And we might be on the precipice of one. They're only the second team to take France to a map number 3. You know the other team that did that was Denmark, and Spain beat them.
Yeah, and Spain against Denmark, that was such a close game as well. Spain is just scraping by every single fight. They are the diamonds in the rough here, and in the rough.
Ooh, it's hard to say, chat. I think it's gonna be close on push. I don't know who's gonna win this. I don't know who's gonna win.
The Spain train. I want to see this team. I want to see this team go the distance.
I'm gonna
sneeze. I want to see them at LAN. I want to see them at BlizzCon, and I want to tell them to their face just how amazing these plays from Gala, from Hira, from the whole team are. If they want to secure that spot, though, taking down France would be a great way to do it.
Yeah, for real.
It's a tall task. It's not quite over yet, but they've got a shot.
Yeah,
the first person to beat France as well, that's what they'd be.
Squad, and I have never
seen
anything so solid just right at the very last second.
It'd be crazy.
I mean, Gala,
they gotta win
this.
Have
to give props to Gala once again. It's not even the first time that Gala has made this type of clutch play. He's done it in the match against the Netherlands.
I didn't sneeze, by the way. The sneeze is gone. No more sneezy. No more sneezy.
So strong, but the way that they come together, how cohesive they are, is also incredibly impressive.
I mean, I was getting a little bit, you know, on map 1, getting a little bit tired of seeing Gala and Kanile being first in the kill feed. On the opposite end of it, they flip it and end up being the ones causing the fatal blows rather than suffering from them, and that makes all the difference for Spain in those crucial moments. We're going to go to a map 3. It's France's map pick. Can Spain do what no one else has done? Find out on the other side of this break. We'll be right back.
Let's go. I'm ready for this final one, chat. Excuse me? Holy shit, we're being hit in the fucking face! Okay. Okay, nothing wrong there. Nothing happened. It's all good. I live for games like this. I live for games like this. The competitiveness. So close. Close games. This is what we love to see. I don't like ream or get reamed. I want to play it. Well, I know it's a lot of fun. I played through a decent amount of Kirby. I want to play through that game. Here we go. It's time, chat. It's time for the match we've been waiting for all day. We've been waiting for this all fucking day.
Things are ramping up here in the France versus Spain match. Two of the contenders for those top 3 spots in Group A to make it to playoffs, and it is getting interesting.
Only one other team has pushed France this far to a map 3, and Spain is a team that does not stop pushing, and a win here would push them all the way to BlizzCon.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't get any closer than
this. Oh, Colosseo.
This is where they pulled out that first upset game that put them on the map, that turned the eyes towards them. This is where they beat the Netherlands.
Chat, this is gonna be so fucking close.
France versus Spain, I can't wait. This is
gonna be so close. In my opinion, I think that Spain comes out on top here.
Before. They've been in this situation
just barely,
before,
barely, like a tiny baby bit on top.
So Spain, I definitely have to say they.
But hey, it's still anybody's game.
They have gone beyond
I don't think that there's going to be a decisive victory on either side here. But who knows? Maybe there will be.
As well.
That statue still looks like trash.
If not for their loss,
still looks like trash.
We would be singing a different tune. We would be talking about like, well, now Spain is just trying to secure their spot, not having to fight for it. But because we're in this situation, it makes it honestly all the sweeter that Spain are able to pull this off, like getting us this far. If they're able to beat France, it would just be
little fella.
All the more massive. So, I mean, all eyes on Spain right now. Now that they've got everyone's attention, there's a little bit more pressure there, but I feel like this team thrives under pressure. The clutch factor that all of their players keep showing time and time again. Yeah, this is a team that thrives under pressure.
Yeah, I feel like Spain basically have cemented themselves in that top 3 slot. They cemented themselves as a top contender in Group A, and right now, beating France would just be the icing on the cake, and it is going to be a tough match, especially Colosseo getting started right at the very beginning is very tough.
Here we go, chat. The backdrop on Colosseo is fucking insane. They put a lot more effort into the backdrops in the new maps.
So,
well, that's not necessarily true.
That's what Poco comes in for.
Because the fucking Antarctica maps exist.
Yeah, they're going to match
the Antarctica
it,
maps exist, so I guess there's that.
But
hey, the ones that came out with release of Overwatch 2, okay?
in Spain.
That's what I'm talking about.
The stable? Let's find out.
I love to see Helv and Benbest just zooming over to that objective, trying to be the first one there, prop up the shield and get in good position.
Benbest has a little bit more. Okay, so Team France has a little bit more space to work with.
Trying to go for a little bit of
Seeing
early
Benbest
positioning
here, gonna be
with the
awesome.
icicles to pressure the rest of Spain back. Benbest.
They're running
both
mirror
these
comps
Reinhardts
right
just
now.
trying to jockey for position, right?
Cool to
so you
see.
can get first real control of the bot. Give a little bit of space for the.
It's hard to
Hanzo
say who's
arrow
going to be
try
better
and
with this
find
here.
ahead.
I
Maybe
think
a
France
couple
is.
two-tap with the icicles. I mean, pretty even.
I don't
As far as
know.
DPS and as far as pretty
Fuck,
much
this
all
is gonna
ults
be so
across the board,
close.
Who's doing what? Neither team really wants to be the first to flinch here.
Yeah, they don't really want to bite this bullet right at the very beginning. It could potentially mean, because every team that loses on push feels like they have to work
Everybody
so
trying
much
to build
harder
bolt charge
to be
here.
able to get back
It's a
into
little hard to
winning
do stuff in
position,
the,
but it's going to be Spain just edging that robot
in the neutral
over
here.
towards
They're
their
kind of just
own
hoping for their
side. It
Hanzos to
seems
pop
like
off.
They might be able to take back control over on France's side, but it's really these early picks that we need.
Big
and
space
that
taken in from
bonus of
France.
that is on
Big
Hera
wall.
and Pac.
Wait.
And we haven't seen this come out.
Oh
That's a big
my
one, though.
god.
That's
That was
finishing call out
crazy.
there. And yep, you can see France. They're going to start marching forward as Spain turns right around, goes right on back. They don't want to try and stagger this
France
out here.
France coming
Now,
out
though,
here
Spain
on
has the
top.
ability to play this high
Spain
ground
forced
that
out a
they're
little
setting
bit,
up
but they're not
for.
going to be
Knows
forced out for
they're gonna scout
long.
it out with the
They're going to
sonic
be able to
arrow,
take a fight
and
soon.
doesn't want to let them have it for
France
free.
getting
Wants
some
to try
good
and
push
find
in, but
somewhat of an
Spain
angle
is
where
not gonna
you
be
can
far
hit some
away.
Storm arrows, or maybe find a headshot of someone that
So because they
walks a little
have
bit too
the
far
high ground
forward
here, which is very much in their favor. But look at how
Hera
spread
now
look at how
back,
spread
regrouping
Spain
with the
look at how
team, so they're
spread
going to be
France
able
is
to get
here.
a little bit of that long
If
distance damage
they need to be
once
very careful
again.
because of how
But
spread
for
they are,
these two
because
teams that
if
are running brawl
Spain
cups,
pushes
there
in
is
the
not a
right
whole lot of
way,
brawling going
uses
on.
their
Help
wall
kind
in
of
the right
advancing that
way,
objective, but now
they're
that
dead.
it's been
They're
pushed
dead.
one way or another, they're going to have to find a way
They
to
need to be
retake
careful.
and
The walls are
recapture.
going to be brutal here. They need to
And
they need to
it looks
fix
like
this
France,
up.
They don't want to commit too heavily here. They're
Okay, it
happy
looks
to
like they're
just
getting a
bide
little
their
bit better
time
with their
with
positioning.
advantage.
But look, there's the wall.
Wants to
There's the
go in
wall.
here.
What did I
Kanaya
say?
with Amp
The
Matrix.
wall.
Benbest is down.
Yeah, that was
See?
so
I was talking about that.
immediate onto Ben Best, and
Spain,
even though there
like
was that
France
in
desperately,
mortality
they needed to
field
tighten up their
from
comp there.
the
They were
side
splitting
of
too
Reviews,
spread,
they immediately took
especially
that
because
down
their
with the help of
supports were
fire
too
spread.
far
Gala
away
does
from.
fall, but over on the other
The
side,
supports were
FD
too
Go
far
had
away
to drop that
from
beat in order to
Ben
try and
Best
sustain. Nico,
and Nico
despite it
to
all,
keep them
is
up.
still going to go
They were
down
too far
for
away.
France, and they should be able to get this a little bit further.
I
Ben
called that
Best
out. I
charging
knew
in,
that
however,
Spain
and
was
that's
going to
going
capitalize on
stop
that. They were
it
going to
in
hit a
its
good
tracks.
wall. That's what
I
ended
don't
up
know about
happening,
that
and they
sound
ended up
wave
winning
meant
that
to
fight.
go. I mean, it kept
Good
them
call
alive
on
and kept
Spain's
Pac alive,
part.
but they were both disengaging
France needs to
anyway.
do a little
You would
bit better,
like
but
to have that
hey,
right now
France
to
came
match
back quickly.
Gala's. France, they have to
Spain
be a
is getting a
little
good
cautious
bit
here.
of
Spain, they want to get
bit of
aggressive.
push
Hell is
here,
looking
but
for a shatter,
you
and
know they're
there's
coming
so much
back.
more to
Spain
follow with
looking
that
a little
shatter
bit better
lane.
here on the ultimate game.
Yeah, Ben Best has
Can do a little bit
his
better.
own shatter
Ooh.
as well. The stun onto Ben
Big
Best
stuff.
is so good, and hell, just a shatter onto Nico as
The
well.
shadow was-
Blizzard
the
from
shadow was
Nico
big.
does go through, but there's
Lauren
not
was
enough
able to
follow-up
stay
from
up.
Spain's
That's
squad.
crazy.
Immediately,
Spain ends up winning it
crumbled
here.
France and
Spain's
just
gonna
bend
come
them
out in
over
front.
so they can get this robot past
Spain
the
is the
line.
new leader
I mean,
of the
Spain are gonna take
game.
the lead here, but that still ends up
This
being
is
a
fucking
pretty
crazy.
okay fight for France because they only really invest the Blizzard there, and Spain had to throw the kitchen sink at that just to stay alive. They're gonna have the Amp Matrix. They're gonna have to try and use that to buy as much time and little scant few inches that they can.
Come on.
Perhaps they want to take a fight in a more neutral place so they can get some value out of it. So they're just gonna back
Yeah,
up.
I agree
give
with
France
that.
control of the
I
bot
agree
for
with
now.
that. Yeah, playing in a
Long
neutral
as
place here
they've
is
already
better
taken
because
the
of
lead here over
their
on-
ultimate
over on
disadvantage
their
that
side,
they
so
have over
no
France.
problem
France has
allowing
ultimate
them a little
advantage
bit
here.
of that extra space to
Playing
make
it
so
here
they can have
provides
that
for
cover from
Spain
these
for more
archways
cover and
instead of just having
everything.
to fight down a really long
It makes
corridor
it
where
makes it
Hera
easier
and
for them.
Pac just have to do all the work.
Oh,
Now Ben
oh,
Best going to
oh.
go ahead and
Ben
charge
Best went
in. That
deep.
Amp Matrix is out, but Ben Best is out of the way. The position
Got those
is
ults
good
out.
for France,
It's
and
good.
immediately
It's
they
good.
flipped this one already
The aggression
over
was
to
good.
their
You see,
side
France
with the
could
help
be
of
that
the
aggressive
Shatter
because
and
Ben
Amp
Best knew
Matrix of their
we can
own.
force out
And
these
the pendulum
abilities
swings
from.
right back in
I can force
France's
out these
favor as
abilities
they're
for my
gonna take
team,
the
and it
lead
won't
here.
matter
That's a
because we're
great
gonna have the
shatter, a great
follow up
aggressive
from the
play
space that
there
I'm making
from Ben Best.
with
A
these
rookie
ultimates
tank
that we
player,
have over
once you
Spain.
got the pin onto Gala, might have
Spain's
tried to go for the
reaction
full
is going to
slam,
open up
decides
my
to let it
team
go,
to be able
let the
to
frog free
utilize
for
their
just a
ults
second,
and
then
everything.
hit the big slam that
Getting
takes
France getting
everyone
out of there
down.
quick
The
was a
Amp
good
Matrix
call.
follows it up. France.
They didn't have the
Spain
organization
They're gonna
there.
back up and try and play where they have a little bit more of a positional advantage, and Spain has to play into their hands somehow.
Push is an interesting mode for this.
Spain
Push has lots of
looking to push that objective
like,
a little bit further
give and
back,
take.
But they
It's
still
interesting.
Have control of the bot. There is just
Health
not a
got
lot
fucking
Spain
melted.
can do
France is
after
gonna
that
come out on
Dragon
top here
Strike.
after
It
something like
looked
that.
Did I
That's
just
crazy.
Dragon Strike?
Wait a second. Okay, Pac almost
the Dragon
died.
Strike
That was
did come through
crazy.
for Pac there, and it was a lot of pressure onto Helv that even with the immortality and all the heal.
The Dragon Strike was really good
by
from
the tail
Pac.
end of that
Really
Dragon
good
Strike,
Dragon
like there was
Strike.
nothing they can really do to sustain.
Dragon Strike
Helv.
is a
There's
hard
great
ultimate
pick-off
to
there from
use
Hero,
because
but
it's not very
Pac is
good.
also finding the headshots
But it can be
back and
good.
forth.
Ooh!
Oh, okay. Hero with another
Hanzo
headshot.
moment.
You can see France, yeah.
Came out on
that's all
top in
they
the
can
long
get. They're
game.
gonna get a little bit
France
of
gets
extra
out.
meterage, and they don't
France
want
gets
any
out.
more,
'Cause
not when Hero's
They're
hitting
in
bombs.
they're in the lead. They're in the lead. They don't have to worry about pushing it more.
But we are completely back here.
They're in the lead.
And
They
now
can
headed
give
back
they can give up the
towards
space
Spain's
from
own side
Spain
to push that barrier and contest
so that they can make
France's
sure that they
own
have
push.
positional
Hero
advantage
with
and
the
they also
Dragon
have
Strike as
regroup.
well, looking for
That's such
something
good
onto
positioning.
FD God. That is
Spain.
so good, and it's with the sound barrier on FD God as well. So now Gala has their own sound barrier.
Spain's hitting it,
active.
chat.
FD God has to go back to spawn, make the long walk back, and they're pushing that barrier. The pendulum.
It's looking
as you
really
said,
good for Spain right now.
swinging
Spain's gonna
towards
take the
Spain
lead again.
and it's looking like there won't be.
Like I said,
any
lots of give and
contention
take with
just
this
yet
here.
until this team can regroup.
It doesn't
That
seem
was
like
such good
Spain's
pickup
not
from
going to be
Dragon
able to
Strike
get
there from
the
Hero.
forward
Spain
spawn
gonna take
here,
the
it looks
lead
like,
again.
but
Benbest was under so much pressure. Ant Matrix
they
gonna
got
come
lots
up
of
from
good push. It
reviews.
doesn't take
Spain
long
know
until
better than
they
to
get
face
that
check
forward
this.
spawn.
Benbest is once again
Benbest is
kind of
oh,
left
they're just
alone.
taking the
The
robot.
rest of
They're taking the
France
robot
gonna
and
go
they're
ahead and
backing
come
up.
out. Ant Matrix there.
They're like,
France
all
is
right,
running
we'll
away
just
with
grab
the bot
this,
right now.
back up a little bit. You know, you can have
Yeah, and
that.
Spain isn't really contesting
And
it,
Spain's
so they're
really
trying to spam
split
down
right
shots and
now.
get that
They need to
damage
fix
through.
up this
Helv
up
is
if they
the
want to
first
win.
really confront, but that stun onto Helv is so good and takes him
Yeah,
down
Spain
immediately.
was
Benbest
too
as
split
well with
there. They
Dragon
didn't know how to
Strike onto Hero,
rotate
the
to make
DPS
that
for
work.
Spain missing from the fight,
They didn't know
and
how to
it's really
rotate to
Gala
make that
who's
work.
left there to maybe try and contest a little
But
bit,
I will
to
say,
spam a few
Nico
shots
is
while
very
walking.
far behind, and they're gonna.
And
And
there's
FD
still
God looks like
opportunity
it seems like
contest here
FD
for Spain
God's
back
gonna
at
go
near
pick up
full
Nico.
strength. They have some
France is gonna
presence,
wait
and
for that.
It's enough to scare France
And it's
off.
gonna be good.
Neither team really wants to push past this high ground unless
wait
they
for Nico to
know
come
they
back.
have the ability to. That's how impressive it is here on Coliseo. France, despite having a man
Having your
advantage,
May
don't
there
wanna
is very
take it, 'cause
important
that
with
high
those
ground,
walls and everything.
It's just too much. They have an ult advantage here as well. Pac gonna open up with a Dragon Strike.
Big
Positioning.
damage with that
Is there gonna be
dragon.
a follow-up?
There's
Not gonna have any
it
follow-up
forces
though.
out
The
Gala,
good
so
good
they have to
beat.
drop that, the
Good
sound
beat. They
barrier,
had to
now
use that there
extended
because of
and
the amount of
overhealth
damage
fading away. The
they needed to use
Dragon
the
Strike
beat.
from Hero will be there to counter. The stun onto Benbest. That was so
Brutal.
good from Helv. The
Benbest was
follow-up on that Dragon
brutalized.
Strike. Now the Blizzard to come through, or no Blizzard, but the Immortality Field to try and save
Oh my
them. Okay,
God, but
damn,
France
Matrix gonna
answered
swing
back.
everything
Holy
in the
shit.
wrong way for France.
They
And it's
punished
going
the
to
hell
allow
out of Spain for going
to
into a
just
small
go
little
all
place
the
like
way
that.
down. France pushing
Like,
back
all right,
against
you're
Spain.
here. Let's
There
window,
should
and
be
then we'll
enough
just
for
like
France to
burn
get the
you.
lead here. Are they gonna have enough time to get the checkpoint? It looks like they're gonna play a little
They
bit
punished
safe
the
so they can get
hell out of
Benbest
Spain
back.
for
They
going
do
into
get
a
the
small
lead.
hallway like that.
Helv is there to contest, so no checkpoint. France
Good
not
wall.
in any position to fight this. They have to let Spain drop in on top of them, and now
Look
they're
at all
just
the
kinda
space that
corralled here.
Spain has to work with now. Big shatter!
It's
Oh, big
going
shatter
to
on
be a
both
shatter
sides.
from Helv and Benbest on both sides, but Helv takes
comes
out
out on top?
reviews while Benbest finds Lorne. It's really
looks
that
like Spain's
support
coming
pick
out
that
on
we're
top.
looking at, missing a lot of the sustain in the backline, but it doesn't matter for Spain.
Spain
They're
comes
still
out on
able
top.
to surge forward, push
Yep,
ahead
Gala's going to
towards
grab the
that
team.
checkpoint, and now going back towards their own side, it is just
It's
a
so
few
close
meters
here,
shy
chat.
of getting
So
that
close here.
second checkpoint.
France is going to have
for France.
ultimate advantage here,
I
but
don't
it's
even
going to
know
be a
if this
little
could even
rough,
be more
but
close.
still.
And again, neither team has successfully got the checkpoint. No forward spawns. I mean, France are still going to be able
Whoever
to get
gets
a
forward
reasonably
spawns
close
here is gonna be
defense
set up
here,
to
like,
win.
about where the bot is
Literally,
now,
that's
and they
what's
have
going
to try and
to
push
do
this
it. That's
through,
what's going
but
to do
I've
it.
seen
Forward spawns is going to be
bigger things from
really,
Spain than it would be
really
for them to
important
win
here.
this fight here.
And it
Ant
looks like
Matrix Fire Strike combo
France is
coming
doing a bit
out.
better here
France kite it, and there's the
positionally.
Dragon Strike.
Oh, but hey,
Yeah,
Spain
they
made
cut
up
the
for it.
Dragon Strike
They
as well on
capitalized on
Spain's
taking
side
that
and take
space.
down Nico
They were like, hey,
with
we
the
need to get a
Blizzard
better
in the back
position
pocket.
here. Let's move
Lauren
forward.
has their own Blizzard and should be able to find
They got
something
Ben
more,
Best
but
so
instead,
low.
the rest of France is left to disengage. 60 seconds
They're
left
gonna-
over.
they-
Only a minute. This match
they're gonna
is
give it up
so
and let them
close
take the
that
forward
Spain
spawn.
just barely takes
Spain
the
takes
lead
forward
as well
spawn.
as that checkpoint
That's so big for
forward
Spain.
spawn.
They needed
Spain,
that.
as of now, have the advantage.
And look at how much
have
time
the
they have
ult
left.
advantage
They have to wait
as
for,
well. France, they only have
Robot.
2 ultimates,
Okay,
and
Robot's
it's going
pushing
to be
forward now.
Nico's Blizzard that is going to be a huge factor.
And I mean, there's only a short window to use it, and Hero Hero wants to shut that window with the Dragon Strike. Here
Okay.
comes the Blizzard from
Ooh,
both
big
sides,
picks.
but FD God falls first, and Hero with the shots onto Nico.
It's still maybe
Hero, such a
winnable
good
for France here, but it's going to be
Hero
difficult.
onto Nico. There's no follow-up from the Mei. Once again, Nico has been consistently shut
Oh
down
my
by Spain's
God.
squad. Helv now finding Ben Best, and there's just isn't the sustain from reviews.
FD God needs to get the hell out.
Fire strike to finish off the Baptiste. It's
Yeah.
looking like
France
Spain
is going to have a rough time here if they want to win it, because not only do they have to win this fight, they have to win another fight in neutral, and then they're going to have to win another one, especially because of the robot.
There's a shatter
like,
from Ben Best, but Helv
Woo!
does better and is able to charge charge away Ben Best from the
Oh my
rest of
God,
the
Spain
squad.
wins
Feels
this,
so
chat.
well for the back
Spain
line.
wins
There is
this.
No touch to come through from France.
Oh my
Spain
God,
against
they
all
beat
odds
an
take 2-1
undefeated team.
against France.
Spain have just
They
done
just
what no
beat
one else in this group has been
France.
able to do. They
That is
dethroned
crazy.
Kings. They
Spain has
dethroned
proven
France,
that they
who
are a
have beaten
force to be
everyone,
reckoned with.
taken on all
Do
comers. They
you
beat
need to take
Denmark,
them
they beat
seriously?
the
Do
UK.
not.
But Spain
Do not disrespect
come
them.
through and they get the dub. They
That is
topple
crazy.
The tyrants and they may
That is
very
crazy.
well
And
have just
reverse
got themselves
sweep,
a
too.
ticket to BlizzCon here. Oh my goodness.
Spain secured in that top three
one of
pretty
the
much.
Most clutch teams, the real
Crazy
darkest of
stuff.
dark horses that come through at
Crazy,
the right
crazy
moments,
stuff.
at the midnight hour with the right plays at the right time. Held was phenomenal with these shatters, with these plays. Hira finding the
Yeah,
headshots
even if
he needed
France
to in just
won
the
that
right
fight,
time.
it was
We
still
talked ad
so much in
nauseam
Spain's
about
favor
Gala and
because
Canal, the
not only did
backline
France
from
have to push the
Spain,
robot so
this
far,
team is
but
so
they also
much fun
had to
watch.
wait for forward
If you
spawn, like
do
the
not
robot
know
to
Hell's
like
name by
stop
now,
being
you definitely
stationary
should,
for so
because
many
Ben
seconds.
Best, I mean, we talked a lot
You know?
about, handsomest tank in the east or the west. I'm not
Crazy.
sure, depending on where you are.
That was such a
but
good match.
Hell
Such a
has been able to
treat.
match
I was
Ben
so
Best
I was so
beat
glad
for
that I was
beat,
able to
shatter
watch
for
that, chat.
shatter,
I'm so
charge
glad
for
that I was able to
charge,
watch
and
that. That
sometimes
was
even
such
doing
a
better,
treat
and
to
it's a
watch.
combination
So amazing.
utility as well
I loved
from the rest of the
every
squad.
single
The
second of that.
communication
Every
between
single second
these
of that I
teams,
loved.
The Blizzard, knowing that there's going to be a shatter from Ben Best, charging them away. The Maywall to section off the rest of the squad. It is just so good from Spain
Yeah,
every single
beautiful
time.
stuff from
And
Spain.
you want to know what the best part is? There's a significant chance that both of these teams will get to go to the playoffs here, which means we might even get to see this matchup again. And
Oh,
for
yeah.
How close it was.
Will
especially here on
France beat
Coliseum,
them?
especially
Maybe.
on Blizzard World.
Maybe
I
they'll
would
get their
love to
revenge.
see these two teams
But Spain's
run it
proven,
back. But today,
hey, we can
Spain
beat your
wins out
ass.
the day. They reign supreme.
that's
they topple the
cool.
tyrants that were the French, and what a statement! What a statement to make.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, and
Crazy
it's
stuff.
just, I don't know how it can get any better than this. Of course, I would love to see this on a bigger stage, and with the little bit of rivalry that is forming between these two teams, both dark horses, France self-proclaimed, Spain more literal, but it is definitely going to be a good one. And welcome back, Jim. How
Yo.
did you feel about that?
Yo, oh my god. Okay, game 2, the ending, Nano Zen to save the day.
Yeah.
I can imagine. You already know the emotion.
Listen, as
coming
in a
to that Spanish
support
team for
player,
any one of these matches that they
as
had.
a
We
support
had the pleasure
player,
of interviewing them before.
Gala
They
winning
must have
that,
been
like clutching
popping
that
off
second
after
game
two.
on
Into
Blizzard
game 3,
World.
epitomes like you mentioned. Yo, those combos towards
If
the
I
end,
was in
there
his
was a
position,
dragon to zone,
I'd be
the Blizzard in
freaking the
space that was
hell
left,
out.
There was the dragon
I would
and
be
the-
like
the
fucking
charge afterwards.
screaming.
These
That
combos they're setting
the
up,
amount of
we've seen
adrenaline that would be
come out of
pumping
the
through my
Spanish team,
veins would
and
be
what their manager even
ridiculous.
said is that we play dive. That's our game, and that's where we do best.
Play dive, yeah,
When
okay.
it's hectic, when it's fast, they push it to the limit and they
But yeah.
deliver. Spain,
Crazy,
toppling
crazy
the Giants
stuff.
of France. I can't believe it. Giving them their first loss, man. That was the best match we've had yet.
Anyway, chat.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna end it here because I have to rest before we go to Taco Stream. Anyway, thank you everybody so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it, and I appreciate you supporting me. If you enjoy the content, be sure to drop a follow. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to subscribe. I really appreciate everybody for coming out here today and giving me a watch. If you would like to see me on other social media platforms, type !socials in chat. That is going to give you a link to my YouTube, my TikTok, my Twitter, my Discord, my Twitch, which is what we're currently live on. All that good stuff. Again, I really appreciate everybody for coming out here to watch me, and I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.
Pull it off. I cannot